Alright, what's up muchachos? Today I got for you an at-home calf mass building workout that you guys can apply and start doing right now to put some size on those calves. You want calves like the ones in the intro? P.S. those are mine. Then follow this workout. This is going to be really good. Let's get straight into it. Now I do want to make mention here, okay? If you're going to be doing this, you want to be performing this workout at least 2 times per week. The calves just have a really good way of recovering super fast. Give yourself about 24 hours to recover in between each one of these workouts so the muscle can repair, recover, and to grow. And then don't throw this at the end of your lower body workout either. That can tell me that you're not very serious about calf gain. Make it priority number 1, begin with it on your lower body workout. Let's get it. Okay, very first exercise we're going to be getting into here is to target the soleus, which is the portion of the calf muscle that actually lies underneath of the gastrocnemius, okay? The big portion here where you can see the heart, that's the gastrocnemius, the soleus lies underneath, and this can really help us to elevate that muscle and push it out. It is a little bit smaller, but still worthwhile in targeting, and a lot of people miss it. Now the best way that you can hit the soleus muscle is by having a bent knee and then doing your calf raises. So when you're doing this, make sure you got something to sit on and you got a little bit of a riser so that your heel can come down nice and low. You can get that stretch, but it does not touch the ground. Now, because we're at home, we're gonna have to make do with the equipment that we have, and most of you guys will definitely have dumbbells, so that's good. So put your dumbbells out towards the knee, okay? You're gonna come down nice and slowly, get a full stretch, and you're gonna actually let that stretch for 1 to 2 seconds, and then bring that thing up. Squeeze the hell out of the calf muscles as you come to the top. Slowly bring it down, get a nice stretch at the bottom, hold for 1 second, and then come right back up. Now the reason I'm getting you to hold that down there for 1 to 2 seconds is simply so that you can prevent the calf from doing anything called a stretch reflex. And the calf muscle is extremely good at that. And a stretch reflex will simply happen when I come down nice and fast and then pop the weight back up. When I do it this way, the calf is hardly doing anything. This is mostly just stretch reflex. When I take the stretch reflex out by spending a 1 to 2 seconds at the bottom, get a nice stretch of that calf, then the calf muscle is responsible for doing the entire job throughout the motion here, thus placing more demand on the muscle, thus allowing you to get more results from this exercise. You're going to be performing this for about 20 to 30 repetitions on each leg, performed for 1 set. Now I also wanted to mention this for some of my cool cats that actually have plates at home. You can actually do it this way too. Toss some plates on, stack them over top of your knee. The further you get towards the end of the knee, the more difficult the exercise is going to be able to get. And this is how you can really overload that calf muscle and really demand a lot out of them. Make sure that you get a nice slow and controlled tempo, contract the hell out of that muscle. Prevent the stretch reflex by spending a second at the bottom to get a full stretch out of the calf muscle, and you're going to brutalize the calf. Now that we've taken care of the soleus, the muscle that lies underneath of the actual calf muscles that you see, the 2 heads right here, if I can clearly exemplify that, we're going to hit the gastrocnemius. Now as I said, we've got 2 heads. You've got your lateral head, that's on the outside, and then you've got the medial head too, which is on the inside. With this exercise we're about to get into right here, we're going to be taking care of both. Remember, implementing the same strategies of a nice stretch and hold at the bottom to prevent a stretch reflex and allowing the calf to kind of cheat as you're coming up on each and every single repetition, and then also high volume, because that's what calves respond to best in order to actually grow and get massive. Okay, so to get this thing started, you're just going to make sure you have a riser, something that your heel can get a nice stretch without it touching the ground so you can maximize that calf stretch. So you can have 3 positions here. You can either have your heel pointed outwards, you can have your heel pointed neutral or just straight forward, or you can have your heel pointed inwards. When you have your heel pointed inwards, that's when you're really going to be able to target that outer head, the lateral head of the calf. And when you have your heel pointed outwards, that's when you're really going to be able to target that medial head or the inner head of the calf. What I like to do here is I begin by letting my calf get a full stretch, coming up, hold at the top for a second, coming down nice and slowly, getting a full stretch, hold that there, and then coming right back up. Really getting a squeeze and a nice contraction of that calf muscle on each and every single repetition. And what we're going to be doing is getting 10 repetitions with the heel pointed outwards here, and then directly after we're going to be getting 10 repetitions with the heel just pointed straight, nice and slow and under control. Get that stretch, coming right back up. And then the third and the final one, we're going to be getting with the heel pointed in, getting a stretch at the bottom, coming up, hold, squeezing the hell out of that calf muscle, and then coming down, stretch, and then coming right back up. Now, one thing you want to make sure that you're not doing is letting your calves just come down like this. This is the way that most people train their calves, and they do them day after day, year after year, week after week, and they always complain. Why don't I have big calves? What is happening? I'm just genetically cursed. Well, you're getting that stretch reflex to play a role in each and every single repetition. Your calf is hardly working. And as I said, you need to be training the calves about 2 to 3 times per week. They recover super quickly. They're made to take the demand of high loads all the time. You're walking all the time. They're being used. So you need to target them and train them in a different way. And you need to increase the time under tension for this muscle group especially. The calf muscle is one of the most specific muscle groups where that time under tension needs to be high. There needs to be no stretch reflex played at all. So all you gotta do is perform 2 sets of 10 repetitions on each angle. Heel out, heel neutral, heel in, and that'll be a total of 30 repetitions. On each leg, perform it 2 total times, giving you a total of 60 repetitions directly after you've done all of the soleus work that we did right from the bench. Your calves are gonna be screaming. Make sure you do this 2 to 3 times per week. You're in a calorie surplus because that's what you need in order to gain muscle mass, and your calves are definitely gonna grow. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, be sure to give your boy a like down below, and also be sure to subscribe for weekly workout tips and nutrition tips that you do not want to miss. Thank you so much for joining me, you guys. I'll see you in the next video.